You are watching a catch and release outdoors film. Dan asks that I tell you to please subscribe and hit that like button. Adventures of an Outdoorsman on YouTube. Dan loves to fish and hunt. Beginning January 2022, Dan started fishing for his beloved white bass. He and his wife free-line live minnows. They use store-bought, and they also catch and use river minnows. Dan fishes using several methods and their related fishing equipment. Live shad and glass minnows are the best bait to use. River minnows are next, followed by the store-bought minnows. Dan uses artificial lures too. Jigs, spinner lures, and flies are the most common lures he uses. Dan is learning to fly fish, and white bass fly fishing is Dan's favorite so far. The annual white bass spring spawn begins as early as December and January. It can last as late as May. However, the most common months are March and April. Dan watches for signs from Mother Nature. These signs can include pollen on his truck and bluebonnet flowers beginning to bloom. The water temperatures in the lakes begin to rise to the mid and upper 50 degrees. A well-timed rain will also help the spawn. Native to the Red River system in northeast Texas, white bass have spread through much of the state through stocking and natural migration. Found in large lakes and rivers with moderate current, white bass migrate in early spring from the deep open waters upstream to more shallow areas to spawn. The state record white bass is just over 5 1/2 pounds. But 1-pound fish are considered the norm. Texas has some top-notch, world-class white bass fishing. 3 main factors impact the white bass run. As the days get longer and longer, the white bass start ripping up and start moving towards tributary streams of the lakes. They like the water temperatures around 50 degrees. This temperature triggers them to commit to swimming up into the river. A little bit of rain and a little bit of extra flow in the creeks really helps too. Beginning in February, Dan begins to fish the nearby central Texas lakes and rivers. As the weather warms, Dan encounters a venomous coral snake on his way to the river bank. In this video, Dan fishes the Pedernales River in his small boat with a friend. Dan tells me this is his favorite river to fish, near the Austin metro area. According to Dan, when there is water in this river, this is one of the best central Texas rivers to fish for white bass. This river access is part of the Travis County Park system. The fee is $10 per vehicle. Many fly fishermen catch a lot of fish from this river. The park's beach area is family friendly. Ranger Lake, Texas. Dan learned to fly fish at Lake Granger. This area is commonly known as the Steps. Fly fishing here is the most fun for Dan. Here, Dan and his friends came on a trip after work. They all caught their limits of white bass this day. It was an epic day. Dan had so much fun fishing with his co-workers. The only setback to fishing the Steps is there are too many people fishing here. People are sometimes fishing shoulder to shoulder. The fish are small. The average size fish is about 10 to 11 inches. Lake Somerville, Texas. Here, Dan fishes and catches large white bass in the Iowa Creek system. Dan uses a fly rod and flies when he fishes this creek. His wife uses minnows. She catches a lot of fish. So from time to time as needed, Dan will also use minnows and lures. Springbank fishing for catfish 101. Dan begins catfishing after the white bass spawn is over in the creeks at Lake Somerville. The shad begin their spawn during this time, in April and May. Many predator fish are lurking near the shoreline to eat those bait fish. Fishing from the bank, then catches channel catfish using the live and dead shad he caught for bait. Here, then fishes at Birch Creek State Park. And here is Big Creek Marina Park. Dan's wife catches a large, hybrid, striped bass. Dan cleaning his fish. He fillets his fish using an electric fillet knife. At times, Dan will cook these fish in cornmeal seasoning and grease. In July, Dan has back surgery. L5S1. After Dan's back surgery, the doctor's orders did not allow Dan to fish until his restrictions were lifted in October. However, Dan became bored staying home. September 1st is the first day of dove season. Dan decides he cannot stay home any longer. Against the advice of his surgeon, he will hunt on day 1 of the 2022 dove season. In this clip, you see Dan and his family hunting for doves. Dan cleans, cooks, and eats those doves. They were delicious. Finally, in November, without going against doctor's orders, Dan is able to fish again. Dan visits the Packard Channel jetties in Corpus Christi, Texas. Dan watches many people catch redfish. However, Dan is not able to catch redfish on this outing. Even former President impersonator Donald Trump has something to say about it.
He can't even catch fish with the regular stuff. But hey, Dan is a patriot.
Dan will film himself in family events so that all can have a record that Dan was here. And catch and release was real. And real fun. Thank you for listening to me talk about my friend, Catch and Release, aka Dan. Thank you for watching Catch and Release. I'll do it. Tight lines all.